Hey guys, it's Rely here. Today I'm going to show you how to make match cuts in Blender. So match cuts are basically where one object morphs into another with similar shapes, motion, or rotation, or color even. So I'm going to show you how to do that today. Alright, let's hop into a new Blender environment and I will show you how this works. Alright guys, we are in the new Blender environment and we have this basic setup. First thing we're going to do is press on our cube and hold shift and press on our light, and then we're just going to delete both of them using the delete key. Then we're going to go 1 on the number pad, 5 on the number pad, and control alt 0 to move our camera to our view. Alright guys, next we're going to do shift A to add ourselves a light. We're going to add a point light, and then we're going to go GY -1 to move it back a tiny bit, as you can see. Alright, so what we're going to do now is, also guys, if you do move out by holding the middle mouse button, then just press 0 on your number pad and you'll go back to camera view. Okay, so now what we're going to do is actually add ourselves, first of all, a plane. So add a plane, shift A, and then mesh plane. Then RX 90 to rotate it on the X axis 90 degrees. Then you're going to go GY 10 to move it back 10 units. Then you're going to go S and scale it right up until it covers the entire camera. Okay guys, next thing you're going to do is press Z and then press rendered, so you see the rendered view. Then you're going to go down to the side here and press the material tab, and then press new and make this a surface, and you're going to make it emission, not principled. And then you're going to change the strength of emission to about 2. Okay, so now we have a background. Let's make ourselves our animation itself. So now we're going to go shift A and we're going to actually add ourselves a UV sphere. Okay guys, so after you do shift A mesh UV sphere, you actually want to press tab to enter edit mode. Then you want to go to the face drop down and press shade smooth. That way it looks really clean. So if you press tab to exit edit mode, you can see that it's a very nice looking sphere now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is actually go down to our timeline, and you're going to set the frames of your animation. So I think I'm going to start my animation at frame 10, so I'm going to left click and drag to frame 10, then I'm going to press M while my cursor is inside the timeline, and that will make a marker. Then I'm going to move to frame 40, and that's going to be the end. I'm going to press M again, and the middle frame will be frame 25. I'm going to press M there as well. So that is how our animation is going to work, guys. So what we're going to do is actually set a keyframe for our sphere at frame 25, because it's in the middle currently and that's where we want it to be. So press I, lock rot scale. Then you want to go to frame 10 and move it down, so GZ, move it down to about there, and then click to confirm. Then press I, lock rot scale once again. Okay guys, so after you've done that, you'll notice that it animates if you press space. Alright, so next thing you want to do, guys, is actually go to frame 26, or the frame after the middle frame. So for me, if I just put my cursor on the middle frame and I press my right arrow key, it will take me to the next frame. I'm actually going to press S0 to scale it down to 0. That way we can make it disappear and the next object can appear. Then you're going to press I, lock rot scale. So now if we play through this animation using space, you will notice that it moves up and then it just disappears. Okay guys, next thing we're going to do is press shift A, and we're actually going to model ourselves our rocket. So press shift A, mesh, and actually add yourself a cone. Okay, so now we've added a cone, guys. We're going to press tab to enter edit mode. You're going to go GZ to move the cone up a bit. And then you're actually going to go shift A and you're going to add yourself a cylinder. Now you have a cylinder, S, shift Z, and it will scale on all axes but the Z axis. That's very useful if you want to keep one thing the same, but all the other ones you want to change. So that is S, shift Z. Then you want to click to confirm. So that looks about right. Then I'm actually going to go SZ to make it quite a bit longer. Then I'm going to go GZ and move it down a bit. Okay, so that looks pretty nice. Now I'm actually going to go shift A and add another cone. And then I'm going to go GZ to move it down. And then I'm going to go S and I'm going to scale it down. Then I'm going to go GZ again. Then I might scale it up a little bit more with S, and then confirm. So yeah, now I have quite a nice looking rocket. So what I'm going to do is actually double click A to deselect everything. Then I'm going to press A and go GZ to move it all up. Then I'm actually going to go Shift A and I'm going to add myself a UV sphere. And I'm going to go GZ, and then I'm going to scale it down using S, and then I'm going to go GX, and then GZ, and I'm just going to move it around until it looks like it's a particle coming out of the bottom of the rocket blaster. So GZ, and yeah, just keep doing that, guys, and keep scaling it down until you like the way it looks. Then go Shift D to make a duplicate, and then go and move it along the X axis and stuff and scale it down until you're happy with how it looks. Alright guys, so now just press tab to exit edit mode. Then you want to select your point or your light. Then you want to go G, Y, and you just want to move it back a little bit. Probably, maybe even G, Y minus 10. Then guys, you want to go over to the power and change it to about 100. Maybe even 1000 actually. And remember, power can be accessed in this lighting tab down here. Okay, so now press A twice to deselect everything, and we have our rocket already modeled. So now we're going to select our rocket, and we're actually going to press S to scale it down a little bit, because currently it's a bit too big. Okay, so now that we have that, guys, we're actually going to go to frame 25, and we're going to go 1 frame after that now, because 25 is our center. So go 1 frame after your center frame, then press I, lock.scale to set a keyframe, and then go to your end frame, and sort of just move your rocket up, so GZ, and move it up to where you want it to finish, and then go I, lock.scale once again. And then guys, you want to go to your center frame, and you want to go S0, so that this rocket doesn't exist until the other one disappears. So you'll notice now, if I go 25, my sphere is there, but if I go to frame 26, my sphere has disappeared, and my rocket is there. So now if I play through this, it looks like that. You'll notice that this looks really stupid, but that is okay guys, because we're going to do a bit of keyframing now, which will make it all better. Alright guys, so now that we've done that, what we're actually going to do is go into here, and we are going to open up a second tab. So move your cursor over here, and left click and drag until it is open like that. Then what you're going to do guys is change it from a 3D viewport to a graph editor. Okay, so now guys, select your rocket, and you'll see the curves. Now click normalize, and then double click A again, press key, interpolation mode, and then Bezier, which is third down on the interpolation section. And then guys, you want to double click A again to deselect everything, then press C, and select up here with C, and then right click to remove the circle. C means circle select, so you can scale it up and down. And then you want to go S, X, and scale it as large as you can, so that we have our curve looking something like this. And now if you watch it, the rocket will go really fast and slow down. Now we're going to do the same for our circle, so, well, our UV sphere. So select your UV sphere, double click A to deselect everything, click A again to select everything, press key, interpolation mode, Bezier. Okay guys, now that we've done that, double click A to deselect everything, press C, and select all of your curves here. Now press SX and scale them up, so your curve looks something like this. Now if you play through guys, you'll notice that your circle turns into your rocket. Okay guys, so now what we're actually going to do is do a little bit of what I call exaggerating to make this animation look very smooth. So let's go to frame 25, and let's actually change some stuff about our UV sphere. So first of all, go SZ and scale it up on the Z axis, then just scale it down a little bit generally, and then do GZ and move it down a little bit. And then SZ a bit more, because we're trying to make it look, guys, like this ball has stretched to actually become the rocket. Then press I lock.scale once you're happy with what it looks like. And now if we play through guys, you'll notice that it's a lot smoother already. So if we just have a look at this, it morphs into our rocket. Okay guys, now what we're going to do is head back into the animation, and we are going to do some more altering of these keyframes. So now we're going to actually make the rocket look very exaggerated from this point, because you'll notice that even the rocket is still longer. So guys, on frame 26 or the frame after your middle frame, you want to press S and then Z and scale it down a tiny bit. Then go I, Lockhart scale. So now it's going to look like it sort of squashes and then it goes back to normal. Alright guys, and now go to frame 40 or your finishing frame, and honestly just press S and scale it up a little bit. And then press I, Lockhart scale. So now it's going to look like this. And it's going to have this very nice sort of feeling. Alright guys, I hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. With a little bit of coloring, you're going to have a very smooth looking animation here. But anyway, I'll see you all next time. Have a great day, and suggest any tutorials or anything you need help with in the comments, and I will be sure to help you. Anyway guys, until next time, I wish you luck with this project.